Hi, y'all. I'm Allison, and today we're going to pick the last of my books to read in January. So we're going to fire up The Sims, and they are going to choose my prompts for me, which will lead me to my books. I don't have a wrap up for you because I'm filming this early. It's December 20th, trying to get ahead of things with the holidays and whatnot. So I haven't read any of my books from my Sims books last month. Let's just get straight into the game and see what they are going to do to me this time. Here we are in Oasis Springs. Cassia has 3 kids and her husband sadly passed away. She is Bronte's daughter, which was where we were for November. So Cassia's out here waiting for us. She's feeling a little down today. And we're going to visit her and her family to pick out our books for January. So let's just get right to it and pick our first one. I'm going to tell Cassia to read something. This bookcase is filled with books that Goldie and the other Sims have written over the course of me playing The Sims. All I did was change the title of the books to different prompts that can be used. Pretty simple and straightforward. We're going to see what Cassia has chosen. And why isn't the hover working? Winter Wonderland. I want my description. They just updated. I hope I'm not going to have to do this for everything. Winter scene on the cover. Perfect for January. Okay, let's see what we've got. All right, Cassia, we're going to embrace this season and go with something wintry on the cover. For this one, I am being realistic and realize that more than likely I am not going to get to this book in December. Winter House. Despite it being set over Christmas break, I don't mind extending the holidays a little bit into January. So I will be reading this one. If by some miracle I do manage to read it in December, then I will find an alternative selection for a wintry scene. So thank you, Cassia. It's always good to start out with a middle grade. So next up we have Dace. We went to visit Dace and his family. We did this out of order. He was the one whose house we went to for October, where it was all decorated for Halloween. So here's a glimpse of him as a kid. And where did his book go? Honey! He's hungry. Get your book out. You can do it. There it is. No hover. No Fear Shakespeare. Okay, I don't need the thing. This is just one from my No Shakespeare series. I really enjoy these books, and it'll be good to pick up another one this month. I will be having surgery done. If you saw my Just Spin It game, you'll know all about that. That I'm having some extensive work done on my gums in January, and doctor told me it's going to be pretty intense recovery. The procedure is going to take 4 or 5 hours, and I'm really freaked out about it, but I'm trying not to think about it. So anyway, I don't know how January is going to play out for me. I don't know if it'll be difficult to talk. So I don't know how many videos I will be able to do. And I don't know if I'm going to be up for reading. But Dace is going to push me to get something of substance in there. So No Fear Shakespeare. I have talked about these quite a bit. I really love this series. Collection, maybe a better word than series, because these aren't series anyway. If you haven't seen them, on this side of the page, you have the original text by Shakespeare. On the other, we have a modern translation. I am really enjoying these. So I went for another short one, which I'm beginning to run out of those. And I'm going to read Midsummer Night's Dream. I am familiar with this play. I'm curious to see how much the translation will reveal that I have completely missed from not knowing the nuances of all the language and the reference and everything. So this will be my Shakespeare. All right, back in. Let's see what Dace's sister, Dory, has in store for me. Dory, come back down. We need your help. She's really tired. Hopefully we can get her here before she falls asleep. Let's see what we've got. I hate when updates ruin things in the game. Come on. There you go. My hovering's not working. Okay, That was a Christmas book. I did not remove these once again. I just simply didn't have the time. Okay, is she gonna... Oh, no. Okay. While Dory takes a much-needed quick little siesta, let's get her sister down here, Delta, and see if she'll have better luck. Cassia, as you may have noticed, all the fish on the wall. She had to complete the fishing aspiration, and she had to catch every kind of fish there was. And she named her children after fish. Oh, Dory's back up. Random shelf. Pick a bookcase, shelf, and don't put it away. Okay, so here's the random shelf one. That'll work. I have fun with those. I don't know why this isn't working. Normally you would be able to hover, but you know, it's not the Sims if they haven't changed it. All right, we've got our handy dandy random.org pulled up. I have 9 bookcases, max 9, and we're going to generate 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Bookshelf H. Got 5 shelves that have books on there. 1, 2, 3. I looked out. It's my rom-com shelf because over there I've got classics, more classics, and No Fear Shakespeare. And then I've got my Pride and Prejudice stuff and contemporary romance shelf. So I have 30 unread books on that shelf. Actually, this is a very special shelf. If y'all have never seen it, I did a stop motion video showing how I managed to get so many books on this shelf. It's really cute. It's short. I'll link it up here for you. Putting 30 in, 2, 3, 19. So that'll be right smack in the middle. All right. I love these. The random number generators. I don't know about y'all, but for some reason, I just really love this. It's fun to pull up the numbers and there's no decision making. But then I always get really nervous if it's going to pick a book that I'm in the mood for. So it's one of those. We got lucky this time with a dangerous alliance and ostentatious romance. So this is by Janique Cohen. The main protagonist, Vicky, Lady Victoria Aston, turns to her Jane Austen books for help in navigating the marriage world when she finds that it's now up to her to save the family from becoming destitute because something happened with her older sister's marriage that has kind of left everybody in a precarious situation. All right, let's go check in with our third child, which is Delta. See what she's going to do to me. Let's have Delta come in and pick something for us. Cussler. Okay, no hovering required. This is Clive Cussler series. Okay, so I get an adventure. This is the Dark Pit series by Clive Cussler. I believe the series started in the 70s, and I have read quite a few of them. In fact, some of them have been made into movies. Sahara, I think, is book 9, and here's the movie theme. Matthew McConaughey, always a winner. He starred in that one, and my first book in this series is propping up Christmas decorations on my mantle. So I will put a picture of it here for you. I don't want to destroy it. Unfortunately, I have a mass paperback copy of this one. I hate mass paperbacks, so we'll see. I may see about getting this from the library or on my Nook and read it that way. Since we only have 4 Sims in this household, and I always pick 5 books, we are going to let Goldie pick a prompt herself. Normally, she doesn't get to. Let's find out what Goldie is going to do to me. She is outside. I'll give y'all a quick tour of the house when we're done. And I've decided I'm going to change that. I think I'm just going to simplify that down and make it go much quicker. So kind of figuring these out. What do we have? Dalton's pick. All right, so my son gets to pick a book for me. That'll be good. I don't know if she's getting even with me for never getting a chance to pick herself, but she's letting me know how it feels not to be able to choose a book. And I get to bother my son and let him choose something. I'm betting Either it'll be American history related or like a sci-fi military kind of thing. So I'll get him and we'll find out what he's going to make me read. Let me preface.
Okay.
I'm having surgery.
Okay.
I'm going to be knocked out for like 2 weeks.
Not this one.
Go kind.
All right, so.
Because the odds are that I probably won't get to them.
Fair enough. This one, it's an omnibus. You only have to read the first book. Just Troll Slayer.
Troll Slayer. That's a fun name.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can either do that one or this one. Both these books in the Warhammer community, both fantasy and the sci-fi section, these are in like the top 5.
Which do you think I would enjoy more?
Are you more fantasy or sci-fi?
Yes. Humor, light, easy.
It's Warhammer. They both have dark humor involved.
I like that.
One of the iconic lines from Rin's World is, Cortez, you've lost your arm. No, I haven't, brother. It's right over there.
Rin's World. Wayne's World. So that is my last one for The Sims. Thank you, Dalton.
No problem. This one.
Did I call it or what? I told y'all.
What?
I said it would be either American history or a sci-fi military kind of. I know my son.
I could have brought the Tripoli Pirates book. Could have done that.
Yes,
That
I wouldn't mind that. That's Thomas Jefferson, Tripoli Pirates. History, not fiction. Okay, so.
This one would have just been brutal.
Yeah, and I do, of course, he brought me the little pocket version of Fellowship of the Rings. Eventually, I do want to, but not in a month where I'm, no. All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do a house tour. And also, Cassia, as part of her challenge, had to build a park. So we're going to visit that as well. We'll begin with the outside of Cassia's house. They have a big telescope out here in the back and horseshoes. And they have a nice front porch with a chessboard and an easel. Okay, you've already seen plenty of this room. Everything revolved around the kitchen. So let's follow Cassia in here and I'll give you a view of it. So everything's centered around this large kitchen island and they've got a TV up over the fridge. And a fish tank. So there's the kitchen. Off the kitchen, we have a little bathroom that is quite dirty. And this door leads out to the back patio. Stairs. I'm just going to show this with the walls down. Just got a little writing nook up here. 2 bathrooms. Here is the master bedroom. And the kids share this room. Over here on the other side, we have the playroom for the kids. Here's a quick aerial view. I was playing this house when toddlers came out, so that shows how old it was. But there we go. That's her house. I'm going to get Cassia to take us over to the park that she built. So here's Cassia's desert park. Okay, so we've got just this walkway down the center with some chess tables and some fountains with her fish statues. Over here, there is an area for horseshoes and grilling and a little campfire. On the other side, we have the water park for the kids to play in with the slide. And back here in the corner, there's a basketball court. And then if they want to get out of the sun, we've got just some basic bathrooms. These were actually the styled rooms. I didn't want to bother with it. So these are Max's made. They're 3. And then in here is kind of like a little visitor center with all of the fish that she caught and pictures of Cassia on the wall. So anyway, that is it. So this was one of my favorite families to play. But next time when we play, we will be going to Flint's house, which is huge. We did Mansion Baron for that one, so that house is massive. And we will be using it for February's Sims game. That's it from Cassia and her family. I'm going to send them home. and we'll get back to picking out the rest of my books. I've also got some extras that I'm going to be doing, and these are Chantel Reads All Day, Read Your Bookshelf, and then Completely Melanie's TBR Knockout, and Books and Lala's Buzzwordathon. Our first one from Chantel, Read Your Bookshelf, is Quiet. Bullseye, Hush Hush. That's quiet. But I don't think I'm feeling this one. So I decided to go with, my son helped me with this prompt because it was a little tricky. The Empty Throne. An empty throne is definitely going to be quiet. Everything else around it, all the political upheaval, not so much. But this is Uhtred. If y'all have seen the Last Kingdom series on Netflix, love it. And this is the series of books that it was derived from by Bernard Cornwell. I have read this entire series way back, probably around 2011, 12. So, but I am redoing them as an Audible book. I will say it gets a little difficult because they change narrators so much, and the narrators change pronunciations, and it gets a little nerve-wracking, so I have to take it in doses. But I think finally this is book 7 or 8. This is book 8. I think from here on out we have the same narrator, so at least I can just accept his mispronunciations. I really hope with all of the popularity of this series on Netflix that they'll redo these Audible, because it's such a good series. So really like Bernard Cornwell. Anyway, Empty Throne, that's what I'll do, and I will have my audiobook for the month. Okay, for TBR Knockout, need to find 2. Melanie always has a theme for her months, and you cannot double up. So for January's theme, it's New Year. And the first one, you read a book that you meant to read, or something that I didn't finish reading, that I already started in 2021. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this one open. I have a long list of books, that probably 13 that I haven't even touched for December. So I will just pick whichever one of those I'm most excited for, carry it over, and use it for this prompt. So we will see what that one will be. For the second book, I need the first book in a series. I am going to reread Truly Devious. I love this book, this story, characters. Boarding school up in, I believe it's Upper Maine, and there's like a snowstorm. So they're all secluded, the closed environment kind of, and there is a mystery, and it is so good. I know this one has made the rounds, and I have read book 1 before. I have not read books 2 and 3, and I have them both, and I really want to get to them. So this will be a good, comforting reread for me, and I foresee this one, once my mouth starts to heal enough to where I can think again, I'll probably be picking this up. So that's it for Melanie's. My last book for the month will be my Buzzword. And this is, as everybody knows, by Books and Lala. Had to choose a book with who, what, where, when, why, or how in the title. So for this one, I actually only had like 2 books. I was really surprised. I did not go into my Nook and look at my ebooks, though. There might have been more there, because I found one I think will work. When Night Breaks, part 2 of Where Dreams Descend. Read this one recently. I really enjoyed it. And this, I believe, is only going to be a duology. So this would actually kick off the new year, right? By finishing a series. Holy crap. Granted, it's only 2. But I'm going to take it where I can get it. So I think I'm going to go with When Night Breaks. And if it just seems to be too much and I'm not making any progress, I might switch over to How to Tell If Your Cat Is Trying to Kill You. And this one is, I guess, a graphic novel, which will be perfect, I think, the first few days after my surgery. I think the first 2 days I'll be like in bed, and then maybe on day 3 I might be, I don't know, we will see. I think I'm going to have some changes coming in February. There's so much going on right now, I can't wrap my head around what needs to change and what needs to be altered. So be looking for that next month. I'm going to go shop, because I've got shopping to do. And Merry Christmas. No. Christmas is over. Okay, this is going out in January. This pre-filming is tricky business. So cross your fingers for me and send me some good karma on January 11th when I'm having my surgery. It'll be in the morning. I'm sure it'll be fine. I just hope I don't have a really good story to go with it. So if anybody's ever had twilight sedation and can give me some comfort and peace of mind and tell me that, no, I will not be aware of what's going on while I'm in that chair, that's what I'm terrified of, then I could really use that encouragement. If you've had twilight sedation and you were aware of what's going on, then just keep that to yourself and we can compare war stories after the fact. Because if I know that, then I'll probably call and cancel the appointment, and I really need to do this. That's all of my books. That gives me 14 for the month. Yay! I'm doing less. Normally it's 15. Yeah. So anyway, enough of my rambling. I'm going to go. Y'all have a great one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.